Right-wingers constantly scream how the left wing is indoctrinating children while supporting PragerU and his indoctrination of children. He's even admitted to that PragerU and what he's in him trying to get his quote-unquote education into schools is for indoctrination.
We're back now with America's curriculum controversy. Tonight we're looking at an educational video series raising some concerns. It's gaining hold in a number of states, but critics say the videos are a tool to push a political agenda. Antonia Hilton has our reporting.
What does it mean to be feminine?
Your kids may have seen these videos online.
Embrace the...
It is actually disgusting that these types of videos are being put into schools. Uh, History and stuff was whitewashed before. It's going to get worse with PragerU getting into schools.
The idea of being a wife or a mother.
Educational videos on everything from culture to history.
Calling them educational videos is kind of stretching it a bit because it's nothing but lies and conspiracies.
To climate.
Without fossil fuels, much of the world's population would starve to death in a year.
This is PragerU, not an actual accredited university, but rather a, quote, pro-American education nonprofit with growing school partnerships in New Hampshire, Florida, and Oklahoma.
It's called edutainment.
According to CEO Marissa Straight, their videos are an answer to an education system too focused on diversity and gender. In this Los Angeles studio,
Well, a system too focused on diversity and gender. So the education is it talks too much about people and talks too much about women. This is something right-wingers have always been annoyed with, having to talk about black people and stuff in schools, because, you know, right-wingers just want everything to be all about white people.
PragerU's artists focus on American exceptionalism.
They feel like they're serving on the front lines of saving the war of ideas in America.
Since the pandemic, PragerU says it has more than doubled revenue and reached nearly 10 billion views of their videos. Founder Dennis Prager has been a controversial radio show host for years.
If you're spending a good part of the day teaching kids about preferred pronouns and other what we call woke issues.
Okay, this dude can't even define woke issues, but everybody has a preferred pronoun. Call a right-wing guy a gal and watch them about it.
Then you're really not teaching them.
What I hear from teachers of every background is that they are slammed from block to block. They are underpaid. They are underappreciated, and that they don't even have time to talk about pronouns, gender theory, critical race theory. You can point
I don't
to here or
believe that
there.
they're telling you the truth. I actually think they're lying to you.
Okay, then where's the proof, Dennis? Just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. But for people like Dennis Prager, facts don't matter, it's just what they feel.
In Oklahoma, some teachers like Gabe Woolley are using PragerU in the classroom. We watched Prager's video.
Here's the first thing you need to know.
A short history of slavery together.
Well, any teacher that is showing these videos and pretending their education should be removed from classrooms.
After centuries of human slavery, white men led the world in putting an end to the abhorrent practice.
She's giving.
No, that is a downright lie. I mean, the Haitians actually freed themselves from slavery and abolished it before the 13 colonies did.
Credit mostly to white people right now for ending it, right, before the acknowledgement of the pain that some of your students might actually know about and feel in their families, right?
Right. And there's a lot of content that we cover that does cover that aspect. But what we almost never talk about is the reality of slavery happening almost since the beginning of time to the end of time.
A few minutes.
Okay, so what? Yeah, there was slavery like in ancient Rome, but this is America we're talking about, not Rome.
Down the road, families like the Reyes, who are a mix of white, Choctaw, and Mexican American, say the broader culture war playing out in schools is hurting teachers.
We trust our people, right? We trust our educators. Like we said, I mean, this is our community.
We showed them some of PragerU's videos designed for kids.
300,000 Union soldiers, overwhelmingly white, who died during the Civil War.
Zoe is in 5th grade.
Something that I noticed was no other culture did anything. No other culture died. No other culture tried to stop slavery.
Yeah, and that's what like right-wingers like to pretend that it's just white people that stopped slavery, when that is an outright lie.
I know that isn't true.
That's extremely concerning to me because it's, so much inaccuracy with things.
What would a good American education system look like to you?
Like it did in the 1930s, minus anything that was offensive.
All the bad things going on in the 1930s.
You're right. Minus the bad things. Yes, that's correct.
Wow, he wants the education system to be like the 1930s, and he probably wants to teach the same facts that they were teaching in the 1930s, even though a lot of it was wrong.
Correct.
Looks good.
A vision he's now trying to bring to schools nationwide. Antonia Hilton, NBC News.
And you know why Dennis Prager is obsessed with the 1930s and stuff like that? Back when, you could be outright racist to people with it, where you can be outright misogynistic and just be a plain bigot. That's what people like Dennis Prager